Hey guys, welcome back to Prepping in Progress. I'm Steve, and this is Miss K. She's been educating me in my tiny little brain about the values of different teas and herbs and things like that. Um, and today she's going to hit me with turmeric tea. Apparently, it's an antiviral, antifungal, anti-inflammatory. And after the week I've had, for whatever reason, everything hurts. So we're going to see if this works. So stay with us. So, turmeric tea. I've done a little bit of reading about this because she told me that, I should learn something to speak to y'all about before getting
Did not
into this.
actually say that.
Well,
I concur. No.
You concur nothing. So what exactly did you say? Oh,
I told you to read it if you wanted to know what it was helpful.
okay. And yeah.
And
So,
I even learned something because I did not know it was anti-fungal.
and I use it for an antifungal in India.
Yes.
So,
Actually, where it's originated from.
really,
Yes.
I did not know it originated there. So, Happy Gardener and Cat in the North are probably sitting back going, Stephen's going to learn something we've known for a while. Let's see if he retains it. Pretty sure I'm going to get a quiz in my email probably in a month or two. By the way, remember turmeric tea? Here's some pop questions for you. So, you pulled everything and put it all the ingredients out on the stove,
Yes.
and you've already put what into the pot?
So basically, I put in the fourth of a teaspoon. Did you mess it all up?
I kind
It's
of
fine.
mixed it.
It's all good. It's all going to be mixed up with milk anyway. So it has 1 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric.
All right, that's the yellow.
Yeah. 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon for flavor. 1/4 of a teaspoon of ginger for flavor. The pinch of pepper is actually to get the ingredient in which I cannot actually pronunciate of the turmeric that is actually valuable for you to actually activate the
Okay.
usage. And then we're going to use 2 cups of coconut milk.
Califia Farms coconut milk.
And then you put it on warm. For 10 minutes it has to cook. And you have to stir so of course it doesn't get too hot. You don't want the temperature too high because you don't want it to actually boil, you just want it to simmer.
You want it to simmer. Okay.
You mix it up really good, make sure everything is incorporated. And as you can tell right now, it's just kind of frothy looking. There's kind of a cinnamon, you can smell the cinnamon in it.
Yeah, I'm taking it off the stove for a minute.
We're good.
You can see how bubbly and frothy it is. Kind of like, I don't know, almost a milkshake.
Kind of, sort of. So basically, you're just going to let it simmer and stir frequently for a little while. 10 minutes, technically.
10 minutes.
You
Okay.
want to time it?
Starting now.
Okay.
So yeah, this week has been chaotic, to say the least. Normally I don't get sore at work. I just sit in my chair and work on my special projects.
He's the lucky one.
She has to keep her arms up while she's doing her thing. But we ended up getting the windows for the greenhouse. All of them. And
One is still too big.
it'll be alright. We'll frame around it. It'll be fine. We're talking huge windows. We're talking... I think we got every single window out of this house. A couple of holes in them, like bullet holes. So we're going to have to, shoot some caulk or something in there. Or maybe that's just going to be a heat escape? I don't know.
Might let too much air in though.
Might.
You need to make sure the humidity everything stays in the greenhouse.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we got them up in northwest Arkansas, well, northwest to where the greenhouse is being built, and loaded them all up into the truck. It took, well, loaded up the first load into the truck, got it to the greenhouse, we unloaded it. Keep in mind you're carrying glass out of the back of a pickup, stacking it next to the greenhouse. Truck got stuck on the side of the mountain because the rain and snow that we'd had, and I couldn't get it to shift into four-wheel drive.
Technically, we don't know if the four-wheel drive actually works.
So we'll be getting that unstuck when the ground dries.
Might take forever.
Took the other pickup, got the second load, unloaded those, and then had to work the rest of the week. And I don't know why, but I've been waking up not wanting to move. Bed's comfortable. Had a couple of nights that I couldn't sleep. I mean, I'm doing everything that I know to do to sleep well. The gentleman that I grew up knowing was actually the sports director for the Texas A&M Aggies. And Dr. Taylor would tell us to take 2 aspirin before going to bed. Take a hot shower, take 2 aspirin, then go to bed. The aspirin would take away your aches and pains. You'd sleep better. Sorry, Doc, that's not helping either. Of course, maybe there's something new that, that was 30-some, 40-some years ago that he was telling me that. So, I don't know. So I guess that's part of the reason why we're trying
Something new.
something new. Yeah.
So how many people actually like curries? The flavors, the Indian food itself. Do you even like Indian food? I don't think we've ever eaten Indian food.
That's because we live in northwest Arkansas, and they don't really do curry up here. They think
The
that's...
Thai house in Eureka does curry.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know there was a place to get curry here.
Really?
I
The
love
Thai
curry.
house. The Thai house is really good.
Oh boy. And on the next episode of Prepping in Progress, we're going to take a road trip to get Thai food and curry. Maybe not. I've been wanting to film with y'all and show you the disorganization of the Jeep and rearrange it in such a way that it's usable. A couple of you guys threw out that, I don't have a first aid kit with my gear, and you were right. Well, I found it. It's in the back seat of the Jeep, along with a lot of other gear that would have been great to have had in my inch bag, bug out bag, get home bag. So yeah, we're really displeased with the organizational skills, not so much the I didn't have it skills, but the disorganization is not good. So we're continuing our talk about most forgotten preps. Knowledge weighs nothing. I didn't have this knowledge. She was more familiar with how to do it. Well, let's just talk. Herbal medicine is one of the things that not a whole lot of people are knowledgeable about when it comes to going from the herb garden to the table. I believe one of the comments that I have not answered yet, I need to, was have I planted chamomile in my herb garden? Can I get 50%? Because yes, I did plant it, and it died. So
We're starting over.
I'm starting the herb garden over. Of course, my herb garden came from Mina 3 years ago in a plastic tub, and that's where I've kind of kept it outside. And I tended it, but it didn't turn out too well. So we are planting chamomile not only in the tub, but in the flower garden this year, the flower beds, right there with the yellow roses. That will need to be dug up once the tiny house is done and moved down to the tiny house.
Plus another one that we got.
Yes, you bought another yellow rose and it's sitting over there on the shelf with the rest of your plants. I'm lucky. She does plants.
They're good for the hair.
Sage, another good one in addition to chamomile. Sage actually repels, pushes away mosquitoes.
You can actually bind it after you dry it out and throw a stick into your campfire.
Yes,
and
yes.
actually use it. We, as Native Americans, actually use it as smudge sticks.
This is true.
You can actually go through your house, burning one, to detoxify your house.
Okay.
And, get away with all the buddies in your house.
Right.
If you believe in those.
I knew there was a joke coming with burning sage. I knew it.
It's not that bad.
So
The smell of sage is good too.
you regularly burn sage in the house. Is that why you don't have kids in the house?
Keeps away the little demons.
Yes. No, they're actually grown up.
My children are, yes, but I do have grandkids.
And that's why they never come over.
Yeah, they're just occupied. Too many school activities.
This is true. This is true.
Technically, you have grandkids now.
Technically, I do. It's kind of funny. I went from being adopted dad, stepdad, whatever you want to call it, to free and single, to grandfather.
Stepdaddy. To the older children.
Oh, the older children have started calling me grumpy. I asked for that.
I don't know. Sophia tends to gravitate towards you.
Yes,
The youngest.
little Sophia adores me, and I adore her. She is a
He
sweetheart.
lets her draw on his hands and arms.
You're not supposed to tell them that. You'll ruin my image.
Yeah, okay.
No. And then I don't wash it off and I keep it on my hands and arms for a couple of days and
Everyone asks about it.
wear it at work, The grandkids, yeah. She drew on me. I'm now a palette.
That's funny.
I love those kids. I really do.
Okay, is our time about it? My hand's getting tired.
You have about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5. 1.
So you realize everything's turned gold?
Yeah.
Okay. So, turn it all off. Or we're going to pour it up. You're going to have to forgive me if I splash you. If you don't. Oh, I did smell some. You got that sponge behind you? I really thought I could get it all out. Thank you.
Of course.
You might want to let it cool off.
I'm working on it.
Definitely boiling temperatures. But it smells really good. What's the face I don't know if it actually smells good and looks like baby poop.
It looks like hydrated McKay's chicken seasoning.
Oh wow.
Well, it's yellow, and yeah.
It's definitely yellow. We don't want to taste it yet. It's way too hot.
No, but it's all mixed together. And
Now,
yeah.
key ingredient before you actually do that.
Oh.
I got the side. You can taste it without first if you like. Always buy local honey. And see if you can actually open it. Hi, honey. Wanna help?
It's kind of not as curry hot as I thought it would be.
Well, it has a
flavorful with a little bit of. I mean, it's got a hint of heat.
There we go.
So I don't know if you can see through my arm, but she was pouring the honey / smoothing the honey into the cups.
Local honey from McIntyre's in Harrison, Arkansas.
Now,
Local honey is very good for you if you have allergies, especially with allergy season coming around.
and honey
Very
is
good.
one of the
That
only,
light struck through there.
or is honey the only food that will last for centuries? Because they've pulled honey out of Pharaoh's tombs that was still edible.
Well, honey actually crystallizes, and you can actually warm it back up. Not cook it, but warm it back up, and it will be smooth again.
Okay.
And it is actually probably one of the best things you can have. Seeing as, I'm not supposed to be having all this sugar, honey does not turn against that.
Really?
I can drink as much honey as I want, technically.
Technically.
They're still, against it,
I can smell the honey.
Well, it should be incorporated really good, but it's still really hot.
Not as hot as you think.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, I'm doing my Yellowstone Dutton Ranch cup. I don't know why. And for the record, no coffee. This is the second or third ever Prepping in Progress episode where I have not had coffee.
Well, this is supposed to help promote sleep, so we'll see how it does tonight.
I
Does
don't
that
want
work?
to sleep.
Rest.
I don't have to work in the morning. I want to stay up. And then
Sleep as long as you want.
sleep
I'm
in.
not telling you that you can't. And we all know that you're not going to sleep in for very long. Natural body alarm, bladder. We
Yes.
call that wakes up around 4 o'clock.
Yes.
4:30 at the latest.
And then I toss and turn for an hour or two until 6 or 7, and then I crawl out of bed.
Sure. Pretty much.
So this, as an anti-inflammatory, is supposed to take my swelling down.
The swelling is supposed to be comfort. The
Okay.
hot texture before bed. It has the warm milk in it. Kind of one of those old wives' tales.
Now, can it be done with something other than coconut milk?
Yes, technically it can. Whole milk.
Okay.
The coconut milk adds the curry flavor with the turmeric.
Oh,
Ginger.
Just
You don't like my coconut milk?
in the last year and a half, I have started eating more coconut.
It's because I love coconut. I have just about anything other than coconut in the house.
Well, that and I've been trying to open up my horizons and whatnot. But I don't know. I think I got sick after eating coconut at one point in time as a kid. Because as a kid, I loved coconut. And then I think I got the flu right after eating coconut, and the taste just never sat right with me ever again.
is one of my favorite scents and flavors. Not to mention food. I love coconut waters. The best electrolytes.
Okay.
It'll help you out immensely if you're dehydrated.
See, my grandparents would buy coconut, and when I would come to visit, my granddaddy would put it in his vise because he didn't want hands near the machete blade, and he'd chop it in half, and then let me drink the milk, and then scrape the meat out with my teeth and then a spoon. I adored it, but something changed.
I do not like the real sweetened coconut that they have. I think that is a little too sweet. Coconut itself is not really sweet, but it's still very good flavoring for just about anything.
There you go. So yeah, coconut milk, cinnamon, ginger, turmeric, and black pepper, and honey.
And honey. Alright, for the honey.
Okay. Well,
So you think you're gonna try it again?
oh yeah. I mean, I'm up for anything that is actually healthy, detoxifying. Most things that are detoxifying. I will not do the what is it? Coconut oil in coffee stuff.
Oh, see, I used to do that.
Well, see, someone told me that how good it was for the gums, and I need to just take a whole spoonful in my mouth, and I was doing that, and I was having a big dollop in my coffee, and let's just say that that stuff, in one end and out the other,
That's pretty much what it's supposed to do.
and
What do you call that? Lube in the wheels?
well, it certainly did, to a point where I not only dehydrated, pretty much I wanted to die. Yes.
Wow.
I spent a day and a half in bed, unable to move. My karate sensei, who at the time was a Pentecostalish minister, came over and actually laid hands and prayed on me. I looked like death warmed over.
Oh, wow. Will you get me a cup of water, please? I would appreciate it. I think my cup is over there. Or the cabinet was together. Yes. Please. Thank you.
So,
You're amazing.
I am just happy to be of service. So now you trying to cleanse the palate, get rid of it? What are you doing?
The bottom of my cup had all the seasonings that were still in the thick of it, and I just swallowed the last drink without thinking about it. I mean, they're good for you. The cinnamon itself helps lower your blood pressure and everything. Speeds up metabolism.
Which, by the way, would have you been sneaking into our meals?
Okay. What am I sneaking into your meal, do you think?
I don't know, but I was working the last 2 days. Happened to check my watch, and at one point in time, my heart rate dropped to 50. And I was relaxed, and I was good. But with my caffeine intake and stress level, at work, my heart rate never goes below 90. And usually
Might be the stress.
it's higher. But I've
Maybe you're
started
just
to...
relaxed. Yeah. Calm life.
Calm wife.
No. I'm always calm. What are you talking about?
This is true. So anyway, y'all, kind of wish we'd been able to talk about some more other forgotten preps, but we wanted to share this with you because many people don't think of teas and whatnot as preps. But most of the stuff that we use today, except for the coconut milk, comes right out of your spice cabinet.
Yes.
And while we're not probably going to be able to do it with almonds, if you bugged out of the cities and towns,
Yeah, if you have an almond tree.
show me how to milk an almond.
It is literally soaking an almond, and that's how you get the almond milk.
See, I learned something else. I was, imagining a farmer trying to squeeze almonds.
No.
But no, seriously, if you bugged out, hopefully one of your neighbors or you have a dairy cow that you can get the milk from for something like this. But otherwise, I don't know. Some of our viewers might actually have coconut trees from what I've been seeing in the statistics. So, thank you all for joining us. We'll talk more about some of the more forgotten preps in a later video, and hopefully the weather will warm up and we will get out and work at the Jeep. So,
It's cabin.
yeah, in the cabin. Give us a couple of days to put the hole in the ceiling, and we'll put in the fireplace. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.